Wow, you can speak for a dog.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna need a little bit of Pacino. Now, here's the thing. I would like to conduct a little experiment.
Let's explore it.
Because I believe the same way that I can conjure Shatner from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and now, there are 4 different versions for me. I know this to be true for you in the case of Al Pacino.
True.
That there was a very young, wispy of a man in his Panic in Needle Park days of an Al Pacino that we have to hearken back, unless, of course, we have someone who can conjure a few moments of that. What I would like to do in this experiment is to conduct an interview with 4 different Al Pacinos.
Okay.
Yeah. So instead of asking you to be improvise a story and take Al on his own journey, I'd simply like to pose up a couple of questions, if I may. This is not any of the characters he ever played. This is the man himself, and he's a guest on our show today. Very excited to have, while shooting Panic in Needle Park, an actor that I think you're all going to come to know and love over the years. I'm going to go ahead and make that prediction now, as I've seen a little bit of this man's work, and thank you very much, Mr. Pacino, for being here today.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here. It's great to be here.
Yeah. And now I understand that you're auditioning for The Godfather. I know there's a talk about De Niro and a whole bunch of other people.
Well, Bobby De Niro, I mean, he's a great actor. I mean, he's marvelous. Francis Coppola, who's a friend, has approached me about doing a screen test for the. Are you familiar with the novel?
Yeah, I did read the novel.
That's a great book.
Page 27, my friend and I, growing up, would read to each other on the phone as 12-year-olds. It was about Sonny banging at the wedding.
Right, and I'm sure Andy Garcia will play that child someday.
Right. Now, if I may, I need to speak to, welcome back to the show. We are very excited here. We've got one of the great actors of all time who is doing some exceptional work, as it turns out, right now. Vast career already behind him, still a very young man. He just had his 40th birthday, and he was kind enough to stop by and share a few words with us. Mr. Al Pacino, thank you, sir, for being here.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure being here. It's great. I love that hat. That's a spectacular hat.
Thank you. I just...
Fred Siegel, right? Don't lie.
Wow, that's good.
That's a great timepiece. Where did you get that, baby?
that I actually got that from eBay.
eBay?
Yeah. You may not be familiar with it yet.
No, it's not invented. That's why. Because I'm 40. eBay is 20 years away before. Easily.
Yeah. What are you working on now, sir, if I may?
I'm just finishing up a picture that I did on Frank Serpico, who was a cop who wanted to be an honest cop. But there was a tremendous amount of corruption in the New York City Police Department, and he went public. If you recall, Daley was the mayor.
Right.
They created the Knapp Commission.
I see.
To uncover the corruption, which was rampant.
Is he still with us, Sir Serpico?
Frank is alive and well. He lives in Switzerland. I actually consulted with him before I started to work on the picture.
Oh, you did?
I did.
I see. What do you see as the least likable aspect of the Serpico character as you're now going to portray it? You have to like these characters, don't you?
He's a great... Hey, look, he's an honest man. He is...
Still, there's got to be an underbelly that's...
Well, I'm going to have to grow my hair very long and grow a beard, and then we'll shoot in reverse. So we'll shoot all the stuff later with the long hair, and then when I'm younger, first joining the force, we'll cut the hair.
Well, you have to do drugs in order to pull this off.
I've been doing drugs. I started before Panic in Needle Park. I mean, I was panicking long before Needle Park.
I see.
It's true.
Now, my next guest, because he won an Academy Award for Scent of a Woman 2 years ago. And a lot of people have said that he was rewarded for a career that has spanned many years.
Yes.
Most of which.
Right.
Now let me ask you,
I'm gonna take a flamethrower to this place.
When you're training, I'm over here, straight ahead. When you're training for this kind of work, portraying that particular part.
Yeah.
Do you, in order to really pull off the blind thing, which I think is one of the things about the performance at Blue.
Very hard. Very hard.
What's hard about it exactly? If you could.
You're an actor, Kevin. So we're talking. We're colleagues, right? We're in the same racket. We have, over the years, there have been a lot of portrayals of blind characters. The temptation is always to eliminate sight as a possibility. I believe that with my character, my interpretation is that there is milky imagery. So I'll find the coffee cup. What I did was, I tried to never focus directly on anything. So the object that I would find the object, and then drink.
What about the people who said you got a
gesture,
right? What about the
Sorry.
people who said you got an Oscar for yelling?
Fuck them. These are people. Look, you know what?
There's envy.
Let's be truthful.
Sure.
I should have won an Oscar for The Godfather. I should have won an Oscar for Godfather 2, for Serpico, Dog Day Afternoon, not Bobby Deerfield.
Thank you for that.
And Justice for All. I should have won a fucking Oscar for 25 motherfucking movies. But I didn't. And now, they give it to me for Son of a Woman, and I should win it for Heat as well. Right?
What about this notion, if you could be objective?
I can be objective.
With the hoo-ah and a lot of that screaming, because now everyone is doing that Pacino. There's people doing impressions of just that yelling. And it seemed to me, what about this argument? One of the world's greatest actors wins an Academy Award for basically doing an impression of Foghorn Leghorn.
That's,
Son, I said, son, get me a bourbon.
that's very cruel. That's cool. Here's what I'm going to tell you, because I've been taking a lot of heat for that. I watched a lot of Foghorn Leghorn. Because you know what? Being at the Actors Studio, if you recall, I know you have experience there, we all have to find the character's animal. I realized that this character was a big fucking rooster. So I went out and I got all the Looney Tunes. And it started, and what it did was, it gradually moved from, boy, I say, boy, look at me when I'm talking to you, acknowledge my presence, blink your eyes or something, to using the airborne ranger, hoo-ah, an expression of pleasure as a tool of punctuation. And there I found the character. But it's true, I watched a lot of Foghorn Leghorn. And
Do you find it mildly racist at all?
oh, it's terribly racist. But that's but the clarity of the racism is what I admire. What I admire. No big red lips or blackface, right? Just a beak.
And that, my friends, is a clinic
Standing ovation.
on Al
Standing
Pacino.
ovation.
Yeah.